Hi everyone, I'm Alexandre Mantovani, also known as Cavalito, and I'm a poker pro, streamer, and 888 poker ambassador. I have been playing poker for around 12 years, and in the last 6.5 years I have been a full-time professional, specializing myself into no-limit hold'em entities. A big part of playing poker starts with hand selection, so here are 5 tips to help you get that right. Adjust for stack sizes. It's important to know which hands play better for short stacks and which are great for deeper stacks. A well-known thing in poker is that you want to play very big pots with your big hands. That means that when you're deep stacked, you should prioritize whole cards that can make very strong hands, like straights or flushes. So a hand like 10-9 suited is a perfect example of a good deep stacked hand, and if it hits, you usually get paid. When you're shorter, however, any top pair is good enough to put all your chips in the middle. So a hand like King-Jack offsuit is a good example of a hand that can easily make a strong top pair. Position matters. When you're in early position, there are a lot of alive left to act after you. It's more likely that at least one of them is gonna have a strong hand and also position on you post-flop. That makes everything more complicated, so you should avoid playing marginal hands from early position. When you're on the button, however, you're always gonna act last and have an informational advantage on the other players, so it makes sense to widen your range. Defend your big blind. Poker is a game of pot odds, equities, and position. When you're in the big blind, antes are in play, and someone min raises, you're getting more than 4-1 on call, which are amazing odds. So you should defend your big blind with a very wide range of hands. Even getting a great price, we're still gonna be out of position post-flop against a stronger range than ours. So we shouldn't play the very garbage hands, but any suited hand, any ace, and any connected hand is gonna be good enough to see a flop. Pay attention to the button and big blind. The button is gonna have position on you every time, and the big blind is usually gonna play a wide range of hands. If we have strong and aggressive opponents in either of these positions, we should avoid opening the weakest hands of our range. Strong players will put a lot of pressure on us post-flop. There are likely better spots at the table to attack. On the other hand, if we have weaker players in these positions, that makes our post-flop play a lot more straightforward, and we can play more hands against them. Know when to raise and when to jam. When we have pocket aces, we always want to have action. Jamming might scare away some of the hands that would give us action if we had just raised. So our strong hands with good playability, both pre and post-flop, are gonna prefer raising instead of jamming. There are some hands that, even being strong, are more challenging to play post-flop. Think about pocket eights, for example. Most of the time, it's gonna be the strongest hand pre-flop, but you often see overcards on the flop. So if we jam, not only do we avoid getting into hard decisions post-flop, but we also make some of the overcards that could outdraw us fold. For more strategy tips, make sure to subscribe. 888 Poker. Made to learn, made to play.